Welcome to your Flow and Restore Yoga class. Tonight's class, we do need a yoga mat, a blanket or a beach towel, a yoga bolster or a pillow, and a yoga strap. So the strap can be a belt, it can also be a scarf, but it needs to be at least a nice arm's width apart. So you can place that to the side. We're going to grab it in a moment, but first come and sit yourself up on a pillow or a yoga bolster, maybe even up on a chair if that's more comfortable, finding your sit bones. That's it. And then we'll take a moment just to align our bones. So head over the heart, heart over the pubic bone, and we'll start to draw the belly button towards the spine. So finding this bit of core engagement, and we'll open the palms on the thighs. Relax the shoulders, and we'll float our arms up around us. Eyes can be opened or closed, so float those arms up. As you inhale and as you exhale, palms are just softly open, coming towards the ground. So I want you to think of a nice summer day, a nice breeze, and it's just your arms are like parts of a tree just moving slowly, nice and slow. One more time. As you inhale, we'll reach up. Full breath in, and then palms to the earth, exhale down. Grounding it down, keep exhaling, and then we'll place a hand on the heart, one palm open or closed on the thigh. Full breath in, keeping head over heart. And exhale through the mouth. And if your eyes are open, just softly looking at a spot on the ground. Gaze is soft, mouth is relaxed. If eyes are closed, just taking a moment to tune inwards. And we're going to set an intention for the month of June. Or for the next month that's coming up for you. If this is a recording you're doing, to close out a month and set an intention for the next month. So my intention is going to be presence, being present in the moment, but your intention can be whatever you'd like for the month. What would you like this next month to be filled with? Just think of that intention and breathe it in through the nose into your heart. Full breath out through the mouth. Now place that hand that was on your thigh over the other hand. Maybe it's letting go, strength, confidence, movement. What is that intention? Then we'll bow chin to chest, bow to your heart, and that intention that's speaking itself to you. And then we'll release our hands down, palms towards the earth, and we'll roll right ear to right shoulder. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Full breath in through the nose into your neck. As you gently bring your chin out slightly, inhale in. Open the mouth to release. That's it. Full breath in. And out. One more time in. And exhale, rolling chin to chest. Full breath in. And exhale, rolling opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Relax the shoulders. And again, we'll just keep our chin slightly coming forward, inhaling in through the nose into your neck. And exhale through the mouth. If you'd like some music, you can click on the link in the chat. One more breath in. Full breath out. Inhale in. And chin rolls to chest. So again, bowing to your heart. Full breath into the back of your head. And then we'll lift our head up. Hands come to the shoulders. Let's roll the shoulders forward. Nice and slow. Remember, we're manifesting being that tree. So slowly moving back. As if our arms are branches, and we're just being nice and gentle as we move. One more time. And then we'll bend at the elbows. Sit up nice and tall, open palms, and we'll bring right arm under left, finding eagle arms here, or back of hands touch, or perhaps hands hook, or grabbing opposite shoulders. So elbows stay at shoulder height, inhale. Exhale, drop chin to chest. So you're really getting the back. Inhale in. Exhale through the mouth. Full breath in. Elbows stay up, shoulder height, full breath out. And one more time. Exhale to lift your head. Inhale again. Exhale, unwind. So reach out to the sides and circle those wrists. Bend at the elbows, left arm under right. Find your eagle arms, back of hands, hooking thumbs, whatever your version is. Elbows at shoulder height. So draw belly in. That's it. Engage the core and inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Keeping elbows at shoulder height. Inhale in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Keep filling up as full as you can. And out. Staying present with that breath. Inhale in. Exhale, lift your head. Inhale again. And exhale, unwind. Nice job. We'll bring our hands onto the pillow and we'll just slide off here. And we're going to stay on our pillow just with our forearms. So whatever worked here, and we'll just point our legs out and push into your forearms to lift gently through the heart. And release that, and then we'll bend at our knees. We'll roll around to come to sit and push pillow off to the side. Now find your sit bones on your blanket here, and we'll float those arms up. And we'll come to the right first. So right arm up and over. Inhale to come up. Another side. And I want you to find this nice rhythm. Imagining you're that tree and your branches float back and forth and you don't come too far. And you find a nice rhythm of floating. That's it. Breath with movement. One more time up. And once we come over, we'll take whatever arm, let's come over to the right side first, usually right. We'll plant our hand over, left arm comes up and over, and I want you to take your hands as if you're coming down to the ground with these kind of rooted fingertips, and you're gonna come down and plant your hands down, and then walk those roots all the way to the other side. So coming over, plant left hand down, right arm up, over, take those fingertips, activate your rooted fingers, and then reach to the ground. And then we'll crawl to the other side. And now pause over on the right, floating left arm up and over again. And then we'll spin the rib cage up, look up, open through the chest. You can come and lean back if that's more comfortable, so that right hand can be right to the side or all the way back. And then reach around a big imaginary full moon, look under your armpit. One more time like that. Spin open the rib cage, looking up. Your arm can come back as far as it feels comfortable. And then reach around that big full moon. Look under the armpit. Good. Now come up here, both hands onto your knees, chin to your chest. And we'll roll around some Sufi grinds, just small circles. And then they get bigger and bigger. You can stay small circles the whole time, or big circles, or a little bit of both. Bend at your elbows. This is great for digestion as well. And then we'll switch the direction. Great if you have to feel really creative in your workspace and you deal with a lot of things on your plates. This is great to just keep your creative energy flowing. Great when you're planting a garden or designing a house. Perhaps you're baking or canning or jamming. This is great to do that. Keeping that creative energy flowing. Then we'll round back, chin to chest. Really find that opening, and then pull onto your knees to bring yourself back to center. Arms float up. And we'll come to the left. So plant your hand to the left And then that move, maybe left hand behind you to spin the rib cage open, looking up. Exhale, reach around a big imaginary full moon, look under your armpit. Inhale, spin it open, looking up, and spin around. Good, and we'll come back to center. We'll reach to the side, find our strap, and bring it in front of us. So let's stretch our strap, arms width apart. Straight, strong wrists in front, and I want you to find about maybe a little bit closer than arms width, and then widen it. That's it. Inhale, come up above your head, and exhale, bring your arms back behind you. Now notice if your wrists start to kink, keep your wrists straight and strong. Soften the jaw, and I want you to draw your core in. That's it. This is called holding an edge. And then inhale, come up above your head. And exhale, come in front. Staying at shoulder height. And then inhale up, draw belly in. Belly button to spine. Exhale, coming back. And we'll find where your edge is. Now, if you need to widen it, widen the hands. If you want it more intense, scoot your hands closer. But notice, do your wrists kink? If they do, straight, strong wrists. Keep your wrists straight. Yes, good. Straight, strong wrists. Now grow taller a little bit through the crown. Full breath in and exhale, soften in your collarbones, soften in your mouth, soften in the throat. Inhale up, exhale in front. Last time. Inhale up, exhale back. So this is called shoulder flossing. Just flossing in the shoulders. Holding your edge. Inhale up, exhale to come in front. Beautiful. Release the strap to the side. All right, we're going to stretch right leg out, tuck in left foot, and come over for a side bend first. Not too far, we can stay up nice and high here. Come back to center, flexing those toes to the sky, draw belly in. With your head staying over your heart, take the right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind. Now keeping head high over the heart, stacking those bones. We'll bring out the rib cage, just looking over our chest. Full breath in and out. In again. And exhale, unwind. Come all the way over to that right leg. Inhale, float arms up. Exhale, coming down any amount. So palms to the sky and just bow chin to chest. Just offering here. Relax your foot. Soften the knee, and if it feels like you need support here, you have that pillow, you can slide it under or keep your knee bent. And then we'll slide up. Beautiful. Bend that knee and lean back. Other side, left leg out. Tuck in the right. Nice. Side bend, nice and gentle. We're not coming to crazy collapsing depths. We're staying up and finding length. Noticing the breath. Inhale, rise up. Flex those toes straight to the sky. Left arm up, head over heart. Core engage. We'll bring that hand over to the right knee. Yes. Right fingertips behind you as you keep your head over the heart. Inhale and exhale, wringing out the spine. Looking over your chest. Keep your head lifted up all the way to the universe. Your head is reaching for the stars. Inhaling. And exhale, unwind all the way back to left leg. Inhale, arms float up. And then palms up, offering your dedication for the next month to that intention. And the greatest thing about being human is we get to start over every single day. When that sun rises and we say, I'm coming back to my intention. Full breath in and out. And then unwind. Beautiful work. Let's bend that knee. Plant our foot and then lift your other foot up and plant it beside it. You can scooch around so that both your feet are on your yoga mat. We'll grab the back of the legs and sit ourselves up here. That's it. So you're just going to play by leaning back and bringing your legs up. And then lift through the heart and engage the core. Yes. Now keeping your legs exactly where they are, engaging the core, you can stay here holding on. Perhaps you can play with release, release, hold, hold, release, release, hold, hold, release, release. Or perhaps you can release the arms and lift through the heart and hold and breathe. Yes, good job. Whatever version you're doing, holding, release, release, you're doing exactly what you need to do. And then we'll all plant our feet down and hug our knees. Full breath in and out. Bend those knees, roll around to all fours. Well done. Let's get our blanket so they're directly below the hips and fold it up. Maybe a few times if you need the extra support. Hands below shoulders into tabletop. Now notice if you're a hyperextender with your elbows, or even if you're not, I want you to micro bend at the elbows. That's it. Now slowly as you inhale, start to curl your tailbone and then see if you can bring your heart through, keeping your neck long. As you exhale, curl tailbone in, push into the mat, chin to chest, and you lift between the shoulders. Notice, did your elbows straighten a lot? As you come into that inhale, see if you can bend. As you come into that exhale, then you can straighten again and push into the mat, lifting between the shoulders. Bend as you inhale, pull the heart forward, curl your tailbone, and exhale to round it out. Really nice work. Just notice how your body naturally breathes. I am present with my breath. Now, breath is something that's really nice to bring your awareness to. I am present with my breath. Full breath in and out. Nice. And then from here, we're going to look down at our index fingers, making sure that our fingers are spread. Index fingers are parallel. We'll curl our toes under, take an inhale, and slowly lift our knees off the mat, sending hips up to the sky, downward dog. And feet are hip width apart. So bend the knees and just straighten one foot at a time as you shift your hips left to right. So really nice and slow here. First downward dog. Take it easy. Coming to all fours. We'll walk our hands forward. We're leaving the pressure in our wrist. And then from here, some mini hip circles with both your hips. So I like to pretend I'm drawing with the leading hip. So you're leading with your right hip, coming a little forward and then back. Now your body will tell you if it doesn't want to do hip circles, and that can be just swinging at the back of your mat with hip swings. So left and right, not coming forward at all. Notice how your body wants to be. And let's soften the head, release the neck, soften the mouth. And then lead with your hip to the left, forward and back. That's it. Soften the mouth, bending at the elbows. Being in your body. No tension in the head. Now we'll pause here. We'll bring our hands back below the shoulders. And then we'll come and open up to our right side. So first, knees below hips, hands below shoulders. Right side opens. Open up to the right. Palms open, and then exhale. Hover the hand. So you don't need to come far. Thread the needle. Inhale, coming up. Thread the arm through. And one more. Inhale, open, and thread that arm through. So this is where you can play with back of hand rests here. Just keep your head lifted. Perhaps you can come all the way down, rest your head on the ground, or maybe you have that pillow to rest your head on. Hips stay right above the knees. Full breath in and out. One more time, inhale in. And as you exhale, unwind. Plant right hand under. Index fingers parallel. Let's curl toes under and come into cat and cow. So curl tailbone and look forward as a cow, and your exhale is the cat. So think of jungle cat, lifting your spine to the sky. Cow as you shine your heart forward, bending in the elbows. And your jungle cat as you round it out. Find your neutral spine again. Look at your hands. We'll do thread the needle on the left. So just opening here, float to the left, exhale, hover and thread the hand. Inhale to open up. And thread the needle. Last time, this time you're going to find your version to thread through. So back of left hand can rest on the mat and just looking under the armpit. You don't need to come down. Perhaps you can rest your left side of your head, your cheek, whatever feels comfortable. You can come into your right fingertips, keeping your hips above your knees. Full breath in and out. One more time in. Let it go. Think of breathing to the back of your shoulders in. And then exhale, unwind. Very good job. From here, hands below shoulders, index fingers parallel. You can curl toes under and do some more cat and cows, or this time, send your hips up and back, downward dog. Paddle those legs again. We're easing out of the day we've had. Maybe we had a busy day in the body. Maybe it was a busy day in the brain, or both. So coming back to all fours. Let's reach back to the back of that right thigh and step that foot forward, rolling up into a nice low lunge here. That knee is directly above the ankle and hands are on the hip. Draw the core in. Once you have the stability, float your arms up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend at the elbows, so those cactus arms. And then coming back with your elbows, inhale, bring that energy forward, bend at the elbows. And then one more time. Like you're surrounding yourself in this dome of presence. Inhale, coming forward. This time we'll bring our hands together in prayer into the heart. Now from here, you can stay here and look forward if you don't want to go into a twist. Otherwise, draw belly in. You're going to lean forward, take your left elbow, hook it around your right knee, and twist over to open up. Belly towards the inner thigh. Hands together in prayer. Elbow pointing to the sky, and you can look up or look to the side. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. We'll release our hands, float them up, reach. And then palms down on the inside of your right foot. Very good. Now scooch that right foot to the side, widen your hands, and then we're going to walk and scooch that right foot all the way back into tabletop. Hands below shoulder, knees below hips. Let's do some more cat and cow. So bend in the elbows, shine the heart forward into your cow. Exhale into cat, curl tailbone in, chin to chest. Coming into cow again. And exhale, cat. And then we'll pause here, curl toes under, reach back for the back of your left thigh, step that forward and around, roll up. Take your time. Knee above your ankle. Draw the core in, find that stability. Hands stacked. And then flow your arms forward. Reach, reach, reach. And palms to the sky. So this time we're going to come to bring our arms forward and then back. So they're big circles. Forward and back. I'm all about mobility in a lot of directions. And forward and back. You're surrounding yourself in that beautiful presence. And back. Palms together in front of you. To the heart. And up. Reach, 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 reach. Keep your hands together. To the heart again. Draw belly in. And you can stay here looking forward or a little forward, bending forward, and take your right elbow and hook it. Yes, there you go. Hook it over your left thigh, hands to heart. Now you can look past that left elbow up or to the side. Knowing here that this is wringing out the toxins in the body, recharging your immune system, and helping you with digestion and bloating. All the good stuff. One more inhale. Exhale, come back, hands to heart center, release the hands, reach up. Palms to the ground on the inside of the left foot and scooch that foot. So take your time to widen the hands and travel the foot back. We're going to sit back on the feet, get rid of our blankets here, and toss that behind you. Right away, we're coming onto our forearms. and lowering on the hips. So we're gonna prepare here for a forearm plank. So the first thing we're gonna do is interlace our fingers in front of us. And you're gonna really root down to the outside of your wrists. Draw your core in, curl toes under. So do what you can. You can stay on your knees and just lift up like that, or you can come all the way up. You can lower your knees at any time. So I want you to, from here, I want you to start rocking. Come forward and rock back. Come forward and rock back. Keep going. Just a little forward. You don't need to come barely any amount. Just a little bit of rocking. And then lower down to your knees, lower down to your bellies. Release your hands and come into Sphinx on the tops of your feet. Lifting through the heart. Now that gets you warm. Make sure your elbows below the shoulders in Sphinx pose. If this doesn't feel good, it just means it's too much of a back bend. So just grab opposite elbows, slide the elbows forward, stack your hands on top, and give yourself a little bit less of a back bend. So that's an option. Another option here is that it doesn't feel good for your head, so just keep your gaze down. Full breath in and out. One more inhale. And exhale. We're going to grab opposite elbows again. So grab opposite elbows. Interlace your hands in front of you. And now curl toes under and just lift your bum up. Start walking your knees towards your hands. All right, keeping your hands exactly where you are. Push into the outside of your wrists, your forearms, and your elbows. Curl toes under. Walk your knees a little closer. Curl toes under. Now start to lift your knees and lift your bum to the sky and let your head hang on the ground. This is dolphin. This is the same as doing headstand. You guys are doing a headstand right now. Wonderful job. This is way more controlled. No risk of a neck injury. Your head is just hovering above the ground. Keep your breath flowing. You're strengthening your shoulders. And then all of us will lower to our knees. Big toes touch. You're going to release your hands and sit back and crawl your fingers forward for extended child's pose. Forehead to the mat. That doesn't feel good for you. Stack your fists below your forehead. Still doesn't feel nice. Come to lift your hips above the knees, elbows wide, hands stacked, forehead down. I've done so many trainings with headstand and handstand and shoulder stand, and there's just so many different ways to get the same benefits. You just did it right now. As a headstand is huge benefits because you bring your heart is the lowest part of the body. But you just did the exact same thing. Your body feels like it just did a headstand, and your head's like, ooh, thank you. Thank you for that. Except there was no risk for your neck. So well done doing dolphin. So full breath in and out. Full breath in and out. We're going to slowly lift your head up, crawl your hands forward, and then begin to bring yourself onto your forearm, slide your knees back, and coming back all the way so your heart is down. And you're going to slide your hands back either side of your chest. Find the tops of your feet. Bring your elbows in like you have grasshopper legs. Now push into your hands. Give your hands so you have the strength there. Start to push into the tops of your feet. Lift your kneecaps. And now push into your hands even more to bring yourself up into a baby cobra. Inhale, exhale, release. Curl toes under. Push into the ground. And hold here for a moment. So you're on your knees. You're looking at your hands. You're curling your toes under. And take an inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Very good. And walk your legs out. Nice job. Bend at the knees, look forward, and I want you to tiptoe. A nice slow tiptoe to the top of your yoga mat and bring your feet hip-width apart. Draw belly in and relax the thighs and the chest together, grabbing opposite elbows. Let the head dangle here. Now, notice, are my hamstrings tight? Bend the knees if they are. Let your head dangle as if There's no tension in it. Imagine there's a trap door and you're opening it up and your head is literally dumping out anything in your brain that isn't serving you. Worrying about something, releasing that Excel spreadsheet, everything's just dumping out. Dump, dump, dump it out. And then you close up your trap door and you thank your head for all the work it's done, because we're coming back to the body. I release my day. And then we release our arms and we come into a chair pose. Utkatasana, sit back, float your arms up, and I want you to powerfully sit back in that chair. Yes, good job. Draw belly in, engaging the core, and then inhale to the sky. Reach up, reach up. That's it. Keep reaching. And then palms together. Let's interlace our fingers and flip them up to the sky. Big reach up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left, so nice stretch over. Inhale up. And release your hands, circling at the wrists. Beautiful. Shake out the hands, shake out the legs. Tree pose. Feet hip width apart at the top of your mat. Draw belly in. Head over heart, heart over pubic bone. Open through the palms. We'll bring hands to the hips. From here, I want you to look down and find a focal point. Once you have it, keep your focus, your drishti, that's your gaze, on that point. But soften your face, as if you're very joyful you're about to go into tree. Not serious, you're joyful. Send your weight into that left standing leg, right foot slides against the left leg. So just bend it here like it's a kickstand. You can stay here, or you can float your foot below the knee. Nicely done. If that's where you're staying, hands to heart, shoulders back. Perhaps you're coming above the knee. If you are, that left inner thigh pushes into the left, the foot, and you have a micro bend in that knee. That's it. Now regain the core, belly button to spine, hand to heart, shoulders back. You can stay here, or you can add on, trace up your midline and open your branches out. Beautiful job. That's it. Like your arms are a funnel. If your hands are together, same thing. You're funneling down the intention and the motivation for your intention this next month. Inhale. Exhale. If your palms are out to the sides, bring them together. Then exhale to the heart. Full breath in. Listen carefully. We're going to bend our left standing leg. Slowly slide that right leg down, but keep it floating up. Reach, reach, reach. And then I want you to take a big step back with your right leg and land on the ball of the back foot. Release your hands. Okay, so look down and make sure that you have your left knee over your ankle. If it's not, you need to scooch those toes back a little farther and keep your back right heel lifted. Draw belly in, arms to the side. Inhale up, nice high lunge, beautiful. Now listen closely, this is all core tonight. We're gonna slowly start to lower our back knee and hover it above the ground. Inhale, rise up. Do what you can. If you need a break, take it. Just hold. Holding is enough work if you don't want to lower. Some of you can challenge yourself even more and gently tap the ground. Inhale to come up and lower. That's why you can come back to these classes. And then inhale up and lower down. Smile, smile. Yes. And come up and hold. Hold your high lunge, and now you're going to take your back foot and plant it down and open up into warrior two. Shoulders back, palms to the earth, and that back foot is grounded. Your back right foot, oh, now I can see you. That's it. Now look over your middle finger and reach your pinkies to opposite corners, keeping your core engaged. Inhale, open your front palm, exalted warrior. And then inhale, come forward. Exalted warrior again. Almost there. Back to warrior two. And now strain your front leg. Keep your back glute squeezing, but notice you're not locking that front leg. Reach a little forward, high triangle. Open the palm on the inside of that left leg. Stack your hands. Look at your big left toe or look up. That's it. And now look down. Come back to warrior two. Hands at shoulder height, release your arms. Whew, good work. Straighten your front leg, toes face same direction, line the heels up. Good work here. Interlace your fingers behind your back. If that didn't happen, open palms on the low back. So same benefits. It doesn't matter if you can't grab your hands. Take a big breath in and full breath out. Look down there, make sure your heels are aligned, toes face forward, inhale in. Exhale, start to hinge from the hips. You're going to start to dive forward, letting your head relax completely. Let your hands rest. Your entire focus is on the legs. And then you're going to shift a little forward and a little back, just like we did in plank before today. But this is even smaller shifting. A little forward, a little back in the feet. Be nice and gentle. No, you're not going to come so far forward you feel like falling. It's just a little bit of shifting. And then once you find a nice center point where it feels like a sweet spot, you're going to hold and breathe into the back of the legs. And then let out, go a big breath like, like you're releasing everything about this day, everything about this month. One more time, in, release. And then slowly begin to release your hands so that your low back is supported by open palms, elbows point straight up. Inhale, rise. And your head now is rushed with blood again, so we're going to wait for a moment. We're going to start to release the low back and float our arms up. Once our hands are up, circle the wrists. That's it. Circle them the other way. And again, and again. I want you to think of something this month you're going to release. For me, it's like ultimate productivity. I'm just going to let that go. So just release, shake out the hands, shake out the legs, brush away from the arms. Oh, you're going to hear some puppies barking in a moment. They start to talk. All right, come to the top of your mat. You shook that out. Feet hip width apart. Draw the core, and let's come down to our mats for one sun salutation. Open through the palms, Tadasana, head over heart. Inhale, float those arms up. Palms are going to touch. Swan dive down, so arms wide, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, come into a flat back by tracing your hands up the legs. You can stop when your hands are above the knees or come all the way to the top of the hips. Elbows come in, look down, and draw your belly in. Bend at the knees. We're going to plant our hands and gently step back into plank. So take your time to get to plank. From plank, we'll lower to our knees. And then with control, I want you to lower your elbows or bend at the elbows and lower your body slow as you can. Trying to keep your elbows in until your chest meets the mat. Hands beside the heart, elbows in, tops of feet on the mat. Push into the tops of feet. Lift the knees and lift the heart. Beautiful cobra. Exhale, release, curl toes under, draw belly in. Push into the mat, knees are still on the floor, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Wonderful job. Bend at the knees, look forward, tiptoe, forward fold. Let your chest and thighs meet. Now we can bend and the knees. You can grab at the opposite elbows and hang out here for a moment. And then we're going to release our arms and sit back into that Utkatasana, that chair pose, and float your arms up powerfully. Send your shins back in space. This is really deep work. Inhale, rise. Keep reaching. Exhale, palms touch. We're going to, with our hands together, we're going to interlace them and flip our hands to the sky. Big breath. Reach up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Rise up. And release, circling the wrists. That's it. Slowly. And then shake out your hands. Shake out the legs. Tree pose on the other side. First, find your mountain pose. Feet hip width apart. The top of your mat. Draw the core in. Head over heart, heart over pubic bone. Open through the palms. Hands to hips. Find a focal point on the ground. That's it. Now soften the face though. And then shift your weight into that right standing leg. That left leg starts to bend at the knee and just rest like a kickstand. This is a great place to stay, by the way. Notice, is my standing leg want to lock back? Keep it micro bent when you decide to come to the height, and you can stay here like a kickstand. So foot below the knee or above the knee. If you're above the knee, slide that inner right thigh into that foot. Hands can come to the heart, shoulders back. Now really, this tree pose is all about core. That's why I love it so much. So keep your core towards the spine. Think of the trunk of your tree is your core. That's it. Roots are your feet. Your heels spreading down into the mat, and they're coming towards the lake. That's it. Or the ocean, whatever's closest to you. Reach up tall through the crown. Now, if you want, stay at the heart. If balancing is tricky today, or trace up your heart, your midline, and open your branches. Good job. Keep your focus. Soften the face. I am present with my breath. Keep your trunk solid. And then inhale, float that arm up. Bring palms to the touch if your hands came out. Now, listen carefully. Start to bend your standing leg, sliding that left foot up. Float left leg up. And then you're taking that big step back behind you with that left foot. You can bring your hands to the sides if that helps. Now your right knee needs to be right above your ankle. So if it needs to come farther, scoot your left foot back. Keep your heel lifted. Draw your core in and float your arms up into a high lunge. Very good. Hold if this is already enough of a challenge. If you want to do more tonight, slowly start to lower your back knee to just hover and then float back up. Lower down to hover. Those of you doing this again and again, you can tap very gently on the ground. Come up. Keep your core. It's all about the core. The core is what's going to help you do this. And lift. One more time. Lower. And lift. Ooh, good work. Now open and plant that back foot down so that it's planted at parallel the back of the mat. Arms to the sides. Knee above your ankle. Very good. Hold warrior two. Reach your pinkies opposite side. Inhale, open your palm, exalt aware. Now, if we were in a hot yoga room, we'd all be very hot right now. Inhaling, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, open your palm, exalted warrior. Almost there. Beautiful work. Warrior two. From here, warrior two, to reach your pinkies. Start to straighten your front leg, not locking the knee. We're going to reach a little forward and high triangle. Open palm the inside of that front leg. Yes. Now, hands stack above each other. Gaze down at your big right toe. Or up past your hand. Or to the side. It's just wherever you can find a focal point that doesn't make you feel dizzy. And you have stability. Squeeze your back glute. And now all of us, we're going to gaze at our big right toe. Inhale, exhale, start to bend your right knee and float your arms out to the sides. Very nice. Gaze over your middle finger and we'll take that back arm. We're going to start to windmill it back and forward and plant our hands on the inside of that foot and come on the ball of your back foot. You're a low lunge now. Now lower that knee down. Whew, good work. Start to scoot your right foot wider, your hands wider, and then give your foot a break coming back. All right, from here, hands below shoulders, knees below hips, index fingers parallel, curl toes under, downward dog. Now paddle your legs out. Very good. And now from here, maybe we'll do child's pose in between. So child's pose, knees wide, big toes touch. And sit back, because you guys really worked hard there. Forehead down, reach your fingertips. You can also stack your fists below your forehead or lift your hips above the knees, elbows wide. Let go of all that. Letting go. Now that's that strength building that really gives us long-term strength. Stabilizing the core, stabilizing our back, strengthening the legs. And a big breath in, I am present with my breath. And a full breath out. All right, if you need to stay here, you can. Otherwise, we're going to lift our heads up and come back into that tabletop. So bring your hands onto the mat and lift your hips, knees below the hips. Nice and slow, hands below shoulders. Index fingers parallel. All right, curl toes under, downward dog. Downward dog might be enough work for you today, and that's great. If you want to do a little more, you're going to float right leg up and do a three-legged dog. Lift your left heel as your right leg floats. Now bend your right knee, and I want you to bring your right heel towards your bum, and you're going to open up that hip, looking under your armpit. Or just stay here in downward dog. It's enough work. And now you're going to look back at the mat. You're going to bring that knee towards your nose. That's it. And you're going to puff your back up, and then you're going to drop that knee forward at the top of your mat. And slide your hands forward and then scoot your left foot back. That's it. Now, that right foot is tucked under the body. And you're going to lift here. You're going to level out the hips, but keep your foot under your body flexing into your pigeon. Now, traditionally in pigeon pose, they used to bring their their shin parallel at the top of the mat. I like doing this version better. Same hip opener, less knee. So we're just going to think about opening the hips and finding the version that feels good for you. And I know some of you like coming on your forearms and resting here. There's also the option of your pillow if you have your pillow close. You can also tuck a pillow under the sit bones. I'm going to stay nice and high in this pigeon, bending at the elbows. Chin slightly tucked. Keep your neck long. I let go of my day, and I am present with the breath. I release the moments of last month that didn't work for me as I move and start each day afresh. As I learn what works for my body and my lifestyle, and I work into repeating the patterns that work for me and letting go of the patterns that don't. If you're down on your forearms, take a full breath in and out. In your next inhale, you're going to bring yourself up so that your hands are planted and you're lifting through the heart for your full pigeon here. And now all of us, we're going to slowly lean over to that right hip and plant it down on the mat. That's it. You're going to lean back slightly, flex both feet, and we're going to bend our left knee towards us, and then flexing your foot, just bring your foot slightly in front. So that's where that foot comes parallel. So you have 90 bent with your legs. This is deer. Now we're just going to lean back. And you're going to get this nice internal hip rotation of that left hip. Now, there's some of us that our hips don't like this. So you can always, our knees don't like this 90-90 with our knees. If this is you, just keep that knee bent and the foot more closer to your body. No problem. And that option for you here is you can come back leaning back. You can come up to form and just, or both hands to the ground, or perhaps you're coming to lean all the way back on your both elbows, or one. I like one elbow. And in yoga, we don't get a lot of opportunities to really get into this internal hip rotation. So do the version that feels okay for you. Again, knees not comfortable, bring the knee closer to your body. I'm trying to give you guys the best angle seeing me at this. There you go. So just do what version feels okay for deer. You can even play around with more of a deeper stretch, sliding that left knee back. One more inhale, full breath out. And then slowly bring yourself up. First way to get out of it, we're going to bend our left knee towards our body, Bend our right knee in and then lean back so that you can bring both knees up. Scooch, swivel around on your sit bones and stretch your legs straight out in front of you. And give your legs a wiggle. Good work. Find your sit bones. We'll take our knees towards the chest. Grab the back of the legs. You guys know what's coming. Lift through the heart. Draw belly in and lean back. Float your legs up. So last time doing this, your choice. Hold here, lift through the heart if you're tired. Perhaps that's letting go, grab, grab. Letting go, grab, grab. Perhaps you're holding. Find the version that works for you right now in your class. Not much longer. And then we'll all bring our feet down and grab the knees and hug. And thank our bodies. Release your legs. Wiggle out those. Find your sit bones. You can wiggle the legs too. Find your sit bones. Good. Dandasana, staff pose. Bring fingertips to the ground. Elbows come in. Flex through the feet and lift through the heart. Then plant your palms to the mat. Slouch the body and point. One more time. Plant the fingertips in. Lift. Flex those feet. And plant the hands and point. Very good. From here, we're going to bend at the knees. Plant our feet. Fingertips on the mat. Toes and fingers point the same way. Push into the feet. Lift yourself up. Reverse table. Oh, good job. And lower. That didn't feel that it worked for you. Your feet might be a little too close to your body. Walk them a little farther away so that when you lift up, your knees are above the heels. And then lower down. And then we're going to slowly make our way into tabletop again. So you can roll around. And maybe you want to face away where you have pillows and blankets close available to you. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips, curl toes under, downward dog. Now, if you're really had enough today, stay in downward dog and hold and breathe. You can even be in child's pose and hold and breathe. If you're okay to try the version that we did before, you're going to float your left leg up this time. And three-legged dog, bend at the left knee and open up here with the left hip. So you're letting your left heel come back towards your right glute. And you look under your armpit or down at the mat. Full breath in. And then exhale, look forward. You're going to bring that knee up, up, up towards your nose and then gently place it at the top of your mat and tuck that foot under your body, keeping your foot flexed and your right foot back this time. Now, level out those hips. This feels comfortable for your hip. If you are like me and you have a nice blanket, you can tuck under one hip, even a pillow this time. Resting your forearms down, you can do that. Some of you like coming to the mat. Find your pigeon, but keep your knees safe so that those toes under your body are pointing or flexing. Now notice here, if your head is lifted, if it feels okay for your neck. That's great for your thyroid issues. Got anything with thyroid going on. If you'd rather you let your head hang, you can do that too. And you're focusing on coming back to being present with your breath. Breathing in and out. If you're down on your forearms, take a full breath in and out. Slowly start to come up by planting your hands down and lift your heart through, head over heart. And then from here, we're going to curl our back toes under. If you have pillows behind you, time to get rid of them. Come over to that left hip, leaning back. Flex your left foot. The first thing we do, protect your knee. Start to bend your back knee towards your body. And then once you're there, slide that left foot forward, keeping so the shin parallel, okay? You're going to find 90-90 with the legs. So you're keeping your feet flexed and you're finding where it works for your deer pose. So once you find where it works, I like sliding this right thigh a little back and keeping my feet like that. And then actually a little forward. Once you found where it feels good, come back on an elbow perhaps, or both arms lean back. Yes, you guys got it. You want that internal stretch of the inner right thigh. If you had enough, I want you to just be really gentle with yourself in these poses. Soften the mouth, soften the collarbone. One more inhale. Full breath out. Full breath in. And then when you're ready, slowly push into your hands to bring yourself up if you came back at all. And then gently bend your right knee in. And then your left knee in. And bring them both in. And then we'll slowly lean back and gently bring your feet up. That's it. And then give your legs a wiggle. I want you to look around you and find your strap. And then we're going to place that so that we can reach it. We're going to also get our props ready on the sides. We're going to have our pillow on the left, side of your mat, and your blanket unrolled, so you can grab it if you need it. The first thing we're going to do is swing ourselves around onto our bellies. So come onto your belly. And then we're going to slide our left forearm forward and reach for our strap so in case we need it. And see if you can reach back and grab the top of your right foot. And just hold there. Now, if you can't reach it, that's where that strap comes in handy. Just hook it around your foot, or actually big toe works, and just hold that. Draw it towards the bum. And that's where you hold. This is getting into the quad. Now another version is just resting your forehead here on your forearm and just draw that foot back. Maybe you can reach it. Maybe it's the strap. And some of you I know are lifting too, getting a back bend, your choice. One more inhale. And exhale, release your strap and your foot. And bring your hands stacked on top of each other in front of your forehead. You can swish your hips left to right on the mat. Or just pause. And then we'll slide our right forearm forward. And this is where, if you needed your strap, you might need to grab it. My strap is a little wild back there. And then we'll have our version on the left side. So reach back for the top of your foot if that's not available. Socks are great too, but we have that strap. You can just hook it around your big toe and you have that grip. Now, if you don't want that forearm forward, slide it forward and rest your forehead on. You're just focusing on drawing the left heel back. So we're getting to the top of the quad here. That's it. Now you can have your forearm down, lifting it through the heart and getting a back bend too. Your choice. One more inhale and exhale to release. Release the foot, stack your hands below your forehead and left to right. Hands beside the heart, tops of feet find the mat. Inhale, baby cobra, so barely pushing to the mat, peeling your heart up. Exhale, release. Push into the mat. Knees wide, big toes touch. I told you tonight was a lot of work. Well done. Sit towards your heels. Reach forward and let go. Child's pose. Those of you who'd like a different version, hips above the knees, elbows wide. Those of you who'd like to do a version of stacking fists below your forehead, that's that one too. Full breath in and out. letting everything go. I release this month, this day, completely. Full breath in and out. Lifting your head up. And any kind of straps or anything still around you, you can just tuck that to the side. We'll come on to one side of the hip, unroll the legs. Scooch down your mat. We're going to unroll this blanket so that tassels point away. It's going to support your head. Scooch down the mat, and making sure you still have that pillow on your left. So from here, you roll back, knees to the chest. Very nice. Give yourself a hug. And then feet to the mat. We're going to let our arms come out to the side in cactus and let our knees fall down to the left. Nice reclined twist. So they're falling towards that bolster on the left, and you're finding wherever this feels more comfortable for you. So it might be lowering your pillow. It might be lifting your pillow. You might want to look in the opposite direction or the same direction of your knees. But this is very gentle. And you're releasing everything now. You did all that work, all that opening. Relaxing your shoulders completely. Letting your eyes soften in the head. Relax your mouth, your jaw. And staying with the breath, noticing your breath. As you do this twist to bring back equilibrium in the body. Bringing and inviting in balance. A balance of mobility and rest, of movement and rest. A balance of sleep and wakefulness. Joy and laughter. Balance back to every cell. When you feel ready, full breath in and out. Full breath in and out. Full breath in. Fill up every part of your heart. And out. Inhale, gaze to the sky. If you've looked in a different direction, then we'll float one knee up, then the other. Knees to the chest. Give yourself a hug. And you can hold in, you can grab the back of the legs. You can have your hands on your knees and draw some little circles. Draw the circles the other way. You might want to float your legs up and arms up and circle wrists and ankles. And then we'll bring our feet to the mat, reach down our pillow on the left and just roll over to the top of the body. So just pick it up and there it goes over to the right side. Keep your soles of your feet down to the mat. We're going to bring our elbows out to the sides again, cactus arms, elbows, shoulder height, palms to the sky. Inhale, exhale, knees towards the right. Now this is where I like to lower my pillow and my knees are more towards the bottom of the right side of my mat. Some people like the pillow up higher. It's wherever your back feels good. Now you can keep your gaze up and eyes closed. You can lift your head and look in the opposite direction or the same direction. Notice where you want to be. Every side of your body is different. There's different organs in play, different stuff going on. So just notice, where does my body want to rest in this restorative reclined twist? And then find stillness there. Take a few breaths and settle in. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing the jaw. Let go of your tongue and your mouth. Soften your eyes. And imagine your body is completely held by Mother Earth, as if the earth is holding you in this warm moss embrace. Like you're in this nice cozy bed of warm moss. And the universe has a star blanket around you. And you're just held and supported. And the universe and the earth have your back. And you can sigh a relief because you can release everything. And be supported. Slowly come back with your breath. I know this feels so nice, but we're going to come into Shavasana. So come back to the breath in and out. Full breath in, coming into the awareness of a heartfelt breath. Exhale through the mouth. And one more time, full breath in. And exhale, just slowly lift your gaze in one direction, bring it back so that your gaze is straight up. And then we'll let our knees come up one at a time. Bring your knees to your chest, give yourself a hug. Hands can be on the shins, back of the legs. You can grab your knees and do a few circles. Final gentle movements with your body. How does it want to move? And then you can float your legs up and arms up, circle wrists and ankles. Thanking your body, thank you body. And then grab that pillow, just toss it behind your bolster, behind the back of your legs, extend legs out. So they're supported, low back is happy. You can toss a blanket over you. If you still have that blanket on the back of your head, curl in the sides, squeezing your neck like a little burrito. Grab the top of your blanket, roll it in, and give that hug, that head a hug, and then palms to the sky. Shoulders snuggle under the heart, and you're letting go completely. Remember, you're in that bed of moss, and you're that tree. You're the roots of the tree, and you're just one with the earth. Earth is holding you in that moss, the universe above. Your roots run deep and you are supported. Every cell in your body is open and receiving. Prana and life force flows freely all the way from your heart to the tips of your toes, from the heart to the fingertips and the heart, out through the crown of your head. So your veins are like rivers of light all through the body. Releasing the day, releasing the month. Soften your shoulders. Letting your head be heavy. If you're resting here and it feels really good to stay here, give yourself permission to stay in Shavasana as long as you need. Shavasana is the most important pose, just to receive. Every cell is receiving every benefit of the pose you did, of the breath work, of the inhales and exhales. If you're coming back with me, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Feel the breath in your whole body. And out through the mouth. Full breath in and out. Begin to bring awareness to your feet, wiggling the toes and fingertips. And you can make any movements that feel good for you. Maybe that's reaching above your head, taking a stretch, yawning, pointing your toes, and bend one knee at a time. You can push that pillow away and just plant your feet down, and we'll just gently roll to one side. Doesn't matter what side, but roll over and pause on the side. And then take your top hand, plant it into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, push into the hand, peeling yourself up, coming to sit. If you want, you can sit up on that pillow or find yourself wherever you are on the ground, even up on a couch or a chair. Restack the bones, head over heart, heart over pubic bone. Draw the core in. Remember, we're that tree, growing tall. Imagine this beautiful tree coming out of the top of your head. Branches reaching high and out to the side. Energetically, you're this beautiful tree for all to see. Palms to the sky, floating up like we did at the beginning of class. Reaching out, and then energy coming down, grounding you for closing out. One more time. Reaching out, I am present with my breath. Exhale down. Let's bring our hands together, finishing with the sound of Om. Full breath in and out first, and then we'll Om. Inhale in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Om. Namaste.